My profile says, don't panic, I don't have any legs. I can still pitch a tent, but I don't like camping. My name is Spencer West. I am a gay man, and I am as single as they come. I think I would consider myself a romantic, given the opportunity. Growing up in a small town here in the United States in Wyoming and being gay, there wasn't any examples. I don't really have any preconceived notions or touchstones or anything, which in the beginning was a little frustrating because I'm like, well, how does this work and what does this look like? But now as I've gotten a bit older, I realize, oh, I kind of get to make the rules and get to decide what that looks like for myself. I would say that I fluctuate in dating. I go in spurts where I'm like, I'm into it and I want to meet someone, and then I'm like, ugh, it's exhausting. I used to, on like my dating profiles on like Grindr and Tinder, not disclose my disability, but I had photos that like clearly don't have any legs, but sometimes people don't really notice. I didn't think it was important because I thought, oh, it shouldn't matter. But then I realized what would happen is I would start to chat with someone and get to know them, and then we get to the stage where like, okay, well maybe we should meet, and then it would have to be like, oh, by the way, I don't have any legs. And sometimes it would be like, oh, this person blocked me and doesn't want to talk anymore. Or sometimes it would be like, oh, well that changes things a little bit. It felt like coming out for like a second time. I've got two things to come out about. Surprise, I'm gay, and surprise, I don't have any legs. And then I thought, well, this is silly. I wish that we lived in the world where it didn't matter, but I guess it does. So now I address these things on the app right away to sort of like just get it done, so then we can move on to like more meaningful things like getting to know each other. People want to know where my legs are, and I'll copy and paste that from like notes in my phone because it's like so obnoxious to type out every time, well, I was born with a genetic disease that caused the muscles in my legs not to work. As a kid, they removed just below my pelvis so I could get around better. It's a lot to type on like a dating app, so I would copy and paste it. Then the next question people always wanted to know is, do you have a penis and can you have sex? So like I address, yes, I don't have legs, and yes, I have a penis, and yes, it works. And I tried to make a joke about it because I think it's important to like laugh at ourselves and get other people to laugh at the same time. And hopefully that's kind of cute too, you know? What's interesting though is a lot of these profiles don't have my height or my weight. So like when you have to list those things, I always keep them blank, and then people are like, well, how tall are you? And I'm like, 2'7" and I weigh 85 pounds. What's been nice about it, addressing it like that, is now when people message me, it's usually the people that are interested, not just in the physicality of things, but like in me as a person. I think it gets people to see my personality a bit more and to see past my disability and this idea of just being like a sex object and into like the person itself. When people contact you, you can tell whether they're actually interested in you or whether they're fetishizing you. And it's a thing like in the disability community, not just like me without legs. There's I've talked to a lot of other folks with disabilities who have the same thing. It's the curiosity of like, how does everything work? And I want to like experience it just to say that I did. The other thing that I'll just get a message being like, you're such an inspiration. I'm so proud of you. You're so brave for being on this app. This coming from a genuine, like nice place, but I don't think people understand that it sounds so condescending, because how I interpret it largely is like, oh man, if I was in your position, I wouldn't date, I wouldn't fall in love, this would be awful. I'd probably stay at home and cry all day, or like whatever that would look like, I don't know. I usually respond by saying, that's really nice, but why is me wanting to fall in love inspiring? Or why is that brave? I'm not doing anything that you're not doing. I just happen to not have legs and don't have to spend money on shoes. A couple of years ago, I met someone, he was from New York. So it just so happened I was gonna be in New York like a few weeks later. So I messaged him and I was like, hey, I'm gonna be here, let's go out. And he was like, amazing, let's do that. And it was probably like the best first date that I have ever had. I felt like I was living my best Carrie Bradshaw life, like in New York City. He said this restaurant that was nearby. We were both really nervous. We each like had a drink and ordered our food and instantly started to relax. We had this amazing conversation. So after dinner, we wanted the date to continue. It was one of those like the conversation was so good. So he's like, do you wanna just like go for a walk? And I was like, yes. We're starting to walk and we turn the corner and it's all these beautiful brownstones. And so he's like, do you wanna just like sit on the stoop of this like brownstone and chat? And I was like, yes. And so in my mind, I was like playing it cool, obviously. I was like, yeah, that sounds good. And so we like sit down on the stairs. We're like chatting and really connecting and really having this lovely conversation. You know, like we start like getting a little closer and getting a little closer. And then I don't know, I feel like I was reading the signals right, but I think he panicked and he was like, can I give you a hug? And I was like, what? But sure, I'm like, okay, we'll start there. So we like hugged, we kept talking, and as we're talking, I'm like sort of looking at the sky and looking at him. It's starting to get grayer and grayer. And pretty soon, it like lightly starts to rain. And he's like, we should like probably go inside. And I was like, wait. I feel like we have to take advantage of this opportunity. And I just leaned in and I kissed him. And we like made out in the rain for a little bit, which was like so romantic and so hot. And then we like walked to like a nearby bar and just like had a couple drinks and just like sat in the corner and just like chatted and cuddled. And then he like walked me home to my friend's apartment, and like that was it. For me, it was like love exists. People are romantic. And even for someone with a disability, it didn't matter. Like, this is what love is supposed to be like, and this is what genuine connection is, and this is what every first date should be like. I hope people just have a deeper understanding of what it's like to be queer and to have a disability. And for folks to recognize that, yes, we are sexual people like everyone else, but I think it's important for us to get to know one another and to have that visibility of that just because I have a disability doesn't mean I want to date and doesn't mean that I don't want to have sex. I have all of those same feelings and urges as everyone else does. And I think it's important that we all recognize that and encapsulate that to see the whole person and not just these segments of them.